Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome to another day with Spencer here on my personal channel, and I have some big news. I know, I haven't been here in like 9 months. I know, and I know you have a lot of questions as where I've been. However, for this upcoming month and probably a couple months afterwards, we are just going to put that on the back burner and remind me later, and we can go all into where I have been and what's been going on. But I have huge news that I really wanted to share with you. I really want to share on my channel. I've shared kind of everywhere else. So, I'm getting top surgery! I will be getting top surgery on April 3rd, 2018 with Dr. Dulin in Plano, Texas. I am so excited. It has been a long time coming, and finally it is happening in less than a month. April 3rd with Dr. Dulin, I cannot wait. So this video is going to talk about any anxieties I have about going under the knife, about getting top surgery, any fears or anything that's going on in my head about top surgery in general. I'm not really anxious when it comes to going under the knife. This would be the 5th time I've ever gone under anesthesia, the 5th time I've ever gone under the knife for surgery. So the whole anesthesia part, the whole, heavy catheter, and going to sleep and waking up and all that stuff, none of that really is very, none of that, I'm not afraid of any of that. And I just, I guess I'm grateful to have experiences within the hospital and within surgery, so I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried about hospital staff or anything, just because I kind of know how the hospital works. I don't work in a hospital, but I work giving people to hospitals as an EMT, so I always drive up and go into emergency rooms, and sometimes have to stay there and push fluids while, if it's a more emergent or more serious case. So I'm quite aware about how emergency surgery happens and also just how surgery happens, so I don't have too many concerns or fears about going under at all. I've never had a complication going under, so we're just gonna hope that we continue to ride, that positive, no complication train, and yeah, surgery in that aspect isn't worrying me at all. One of the things I am a little worried about is scar placement. So Dr. Dulin hasn't had a pre-op appointment with me yet. I haven't been able to discuss my concerns or discuss what I want my nipples to look like, where I want them to be, what I want my scars to look like, things like that. So our pre-op appointment is April 2nd, which is just a day before surgery. I think it's pretty standard if you're flying out of town. I live in Atlanta, so I would be flying in to see him for the first time. He does have a picture of my chest, and I did say a couple of things, but we didn't have much of a discord around what exactly I would like to have or what I'm looking for top surgery and for my own personal chest. So I'm a little worried about that. I've seen a lot of his work. It's all great work. However, incisions differ, and I'm not really sure what the cause of those differences are. For me, I personally want 2 separate incision lines. I'm getting DI, if you didn't know, double incision, or bilateral mastectomy. So I would like 2 separate lines. I don't want them to connect in the middle, and I want them to be as straight as possible. I see in a lot of his work have some curved, some connect, some are straight and separate, and I just don't know what the reasoning behind that is, if it's either person's request or if it's, body shape, restraints, etc. So I'm really nervous that I'm going to go in and be like, hey, I want this, and he's like, it doesn't work with your body shape. Which honestly, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm not going to be like, well, I don't want top surgery because my lines are going to be curved, because the lines are going to connect, but that's just a little thing that's in the back of my mind that I'm fearful of. Another thing that I'm a little bit fearful of is just mobility and independence after surgery. I will not have any family support when I'm going down there. I'll be supported by my friends, which is awesome and great, but also I don't want them to I don't want to be too much of a burden on them. I was supportive of one of my friends who had top surgery about a year and a half ago. Not a year and a half, a year and a couple months ago. And he was incredibly mobile and incredibly self-sufficient, and I'm kind of hoping that I'm also going to be like that, just because I want to make sure that I'm not being too much of a burden, and I just would feel guilty throughout the entire procedure if I am too much of a burden. So I'm kind of hoping that my self-sufficiency and my mobility would be, high enough to where I'm able to do most things and not require a lot of help from my friends, even though I know they're more than happy to give it to me. And I guess the last concern that I have, which I think is pretty common amongst the trans POC community who opts to get top surgery, is nipples. I don't want pink nipples. I do not want pink nipples. And I know a lot of that has to do with, blood return, etc. And It's just kind of like a hit or miss. And I know if I end up with pink nipples, I can always get tattooed and stuff, but I just really want my nipple grafts to take. I really want them to be brown. I really want that to be, that's like one of my biggest things. Pink nipples, I don't even know what I would do if I ended up, 3 months out and my nipples are, eraser pink. I don't want them. I don't want them. I don't want them. I guess I lied. That wasn't my last thing. My last thing is also keloid scarring. Now, I've had surgery before. I've had small incisions. My longest incision is from my ACL, and it's about like this long. Is not risen, has not risen, is not risen, is not raised. It's not raised, and it did not keloid. It's a little darker, however, I haven't done anything to it. Like, no scar cream, no strips, no massaging. I just kind of let it chill. It blends in very nicely with my knee and my skin, so most people won't even know that it's there. So I'm kind of hoping that these scars are going to act just the same way. I'm going to do a lot of scar treatment and stuff just because, I'm paying so much money for this surgery, I might as well get the best results I possibly can. So I'm worried about that, but I don't even care if it's discolored. I just don't want it to be keloided, which means like hypertrophic or raised. Keloid scarring can happen to anyone. It's more, what's the word? More often than not, if it's going to happen to somebody, it's going to happen to someone of color. And so I just kind of really want to make sure that I don't have any keloid scars and everything goes great and everything's symmetrical and I have brown nipples and my scars are going to be straight and separated, and I just can't wait. I just can't wait. So it is, what day is it? I think it's like March 10th, March 11th. It is March something, and I am less than a month away from double incision with Dr. Alan Dulin in Plano, Texas. Next week I will talk to you guys about what I'm packing. I'll be flying to Texas and recovering there from the 1st through the 12th, so I'll be there for a while. So I'll talk to you guys about what I'm packing, and then, the week after that, talk to you about, being 1 week post or pre-op. So I hope you guys are having a great week and are gearing up for an even better weekend. If you have any questions, issues, problems, concerns, please leave them down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. It is Someday, it is Spencer. Until next time.